Hey everyone, my name is Scott Gentry and I'm a technical product evangelist here at Qumulo, the file data management platform for the world's unstructured data that delivers simplicity at scale anywhere. We've freed the file system from proprietary hardware and specific operating systems, and in doing so, we created a flexible foundation that unlocks choice for how and where you deploy Qumulo. Whether it's on-prem, at the edge, or in the cloud, it doesn't matter. It's simple and easy at any scale. Now you can easily put your hyperactive data wherever you need it to be. Qumulo has redesigned the file system from scratch, focusing on deployment flexibility, hyperscalability, and management simplicity, enabling you to meet today's challenges for managing and using your unstructured data. And as with every Qumulo deployment, we've continued to deliver highly scalable file system technology, intelligent caching, and intuitive real-time data analytics to deliver high-performance file services, data insights, and simplicity at petabyte scales anywhere. Qumulo is now available as a native service on Azure, giving Azure customers access to hyperscalable file services in the cloud. We've eliminated the 100 terabyte size restriction of other services, and our as-a-service model means you can simply subscribe to a Qumulo file system on Azure that meets your exact needs. And here's why we're different. Even though cloud-based file services have been available for years, the complexity and cost have held customers back. Deploying file services in the cloud in the past required expertise in cloud compute, cloud storage, and cloud networking. Often, you'd also need to engage with a support team from the cloud provider as well. It can take weeks of coordination just to bring all that expertise together. Then you'd still have to design the right cloud file system for you, map out the resources you'll need, compute, client, connectivity, and capacity, then choose the deployment region and storage tiers to meet capacity and performance needs. All of this can add even more weeks to the process. Finally, there's the question of how to get it up and running in the cloud. Do you spend days deploying and configuring all those resources manually, or spend even more time writing the scripts you need to automate the deployment? Either option comes with its own risks. Configuration errors that can cost you time, or security errors that can impact your revenue and your reputation. And after all that, what do you have? Most cloud file services come with proprietary management tools and practices that don't even work with your on-prem NAS systems. Other Azure-based file systems max out at 100 terabytes or less and impose added licensing costs for less functionality than your on-prem NAS. This is why many organizations stop even thinking about using cloud file systems. Capacity limits and proprietary management tools add complexity. Getting their data into the cloud adds cost, and their IT teams don't have the bandwidth to spend weeks on deployment. With our as-a-service deployment and support model in Azure, Qumulo has done the heavy lifting for you, removing the barriers that have prevented many organizations from adopting cloud-based file services. There's no drawn-out planning or deployment. Getting a Qumulo file system for your organization is as simple as requesting one from the Azure Marketplace. You tell us how much capacity and performance you need, and we take care of the infrastructure. That means the compute, the storage, and the networking, all behind the scenes, and then we'll work with you to set up the VNet peering to connect your Azure network resource groups with your new as-a-service Qumulo file system subscription on Azure. Managing Qumulo on Azure is exactly like managing Qumulo on-prem. The same intuitive web user interface, the same real-time analytics, and all the same functionality that you're already familiar with, such as Qumulo Scale, which was built to serve petabytes of data from a single namespace, meaning billions of files, millions of operations, and thousands of users. Scaling your Qumulo cluster is simple and seamless. New nodes are quickly discovered by the cluster and can be added with a few clicks. There are no new RAID groups or volumes to configure. Data is automatically rebalanced across the new nodes, and each new node adds more network paths for even more throughput. And where other NAS vendors recommend leaving up to 30% of their storage unused for maximum performance, Qumulo's file system is so efficient at managing data that you can use 100% of your cluster's capacity without any performance loss. The next service, Qumulo Perform, provides intelligent caching to enable high performance for demanding workloads. Its flash-first approach enables high-speed data ingestion, and its ability to track overall activity lets it prefetch hot data into NVRAM before it's needed. Qumulo Protect uses erasure coding to ensure uninterrupted services and automated recovery whether you lose a disk or an entire node. Qumulo Protect also enables you to protect your data against loss or corruption through local snapshots, snapshot replication, continuous replication, or snapshots with replication, letting you use your preferred backup solution. To safeguard your data on another level, Qumulo Secure protects your data against external threats through a combination of wire-level encryption for data access protocols like SMB and FTP, as well as a 256-bit at-rest encryption for all data on the cluster. Additional layers of protection come from Qumulo's role-based access control that integrates seamlessly with your AD or LDAP service and audit capabilities that work with your enterprise reporting platforms. And because you sometimes need to automate your data management workflows, Qumulo Integrate, with its rich library of API calls and functions, lets you create and tear down data services and workflows, configure snapshots and replication tasks, and all other data management operations programmatically. And because effective data management at scale is impossible without real-time data visibility, Qumulo Aware delivers comprehensive data analytics across your entire cluster. You can see which clients and paths are most active on your cluster, as well as tracking overall cluster throughput, predicting growth trends, and planning for future requirements, all based on real-time metrics that your cluster provides instantly. All this functionality, file storage at petabyte scales, data protection and security, data mobility, and data awareness is built into Qumulo Core. There's no modular licensing or add-ons that increase your cost. Qumulo offers both native NFS and SMB data services for all your client needs. Our intelligent cloud monitoring services offer proactive care and peace of mind from the most agile and responsive customer success programs in the industry. And where other file storage platforms can only offer long hold times or unreliable ticketing systems, our Qumulo Care Slack channel puts you in direct contact with our core engineers. You'll get the response you need quickly to keep your data services online and available. And to help you on your journey to simplicity at scale, Mission Q from Qumulo gives you set it and forget it peace of mind. Our engineering team will monitor your file system for you and alert you if there are any issues with the availability, capacity, or performance of your Qumulo deployments. Qumulo's subscription model shortcuts the long, difficult process of planning and building a cloud-based file system. It all starts with the Azure Marketplace, where you can simply request a new subscription. Then choose the plan and pricing option that works best for your needs and submit your request. Qumulo will deploy a new instance using our Azure subscription based on the capacity and performance requirements you submitted. Then our engineering team will work with you to set up the VNet peering to connect your Azure resources with your new Qumulo file system. There's no infrastructure or deployment process to plan. You get a fully functional file system without any of the complexity. As with all Qumulo deployments everywhere, you'll have access to Qumulo Core's full suite of features and services, including Qumulo Aware for real-time analytics into your data. You'll be able to monitor data usage, performance, throughput, and latency for every file, even among billions of files and petabytes of data. With Qumulo's managed service support model on Azure, you get a secure hyperscale file data management platform that can grow to whatever size you need in the cloud, delivering petabytes of data, serving billions of files to thousands of users with simplicity at scale, with all the functionality of Qumulo on-prem for your Azure-based workloads. To learn more about Qumulo as a service on Azure, visit Qumulo.com or check us out in the Azure Marketplace today.